Yeah, I believe we all know Prophet Marcus Tibetan.
The head is bad. There's nothing the tail can do. This year, everybody should know the type of pastor that they were allowed to pray for them. Some of them are cause Geo. Some of them are cause pastors. Some of them are cause prophets. So they should stop it. Every day, pastor, they generate pastor in Nigeria. Every day. In China, every five days, every day, they generate millionaires.
That fearless warrior, that man that always say it the way it is and stay by it without fearing anybody. This time around, the one I'm bringing to you now is hotter than fire. Hey, what really happened concerning the Ibadan stampede? About Naomi, about Oriyomi Hamzat, he talked about late Sheikh Muhyiddin Ajani Bello. The Kwabambari is what he said about Obasanjo. Please, I just think and I believe you are going to take your time to watch this video from the very beginning to the end. Hey, already it hot. Only Agbarago. Please subscribe to Akko TV. Let me share this program because you have never watched this kind of interview before. I'm telling you, watch from the beginning to the end. You will be like, Kilo Shele. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Value. And this year we must tell the government there are a lot of things they have to do. From year 1 to year 6, first year of any baby in Nigeria, they should not talk to the baby in English. We are having trouble now. They should be using Yoruba, use Igbo, use Hausa. So when it's going to primary 1, then they can be talking to the baby in English. Because we are losing out now in a fast way. In what? In a very fast way. We need to adjust this year. Then that's what the Lord revealed. Those are the things. Then we should work with all the fake pastors. They will disgrace themselves by themselves. Because they said they saw vision. We will know before the middle of the year. Because Nigerian pastors, they're not ashamed. With the general pastor, they have parents, they have family. When you predict what is not coming to life, do you know there is a cost on it? If the person walk and change, it's no problem. Because he said, in Deuteronomy 8:18, he said, I'm going to raise a prophet amongst you. All of you cannot be a prophet. All of you cannot be a seer. Then Jeremiah 1:1 to 10. Then all general overseers in Nigeria now, they said they are prophets. God revealed something to them. Then what type of clothes, what type of robe did Jesus put on or God put on? All are cock and police story. But they've not learned what they saw during the time of Tinubu. Even some great prophets and great pastors in Nigeria, up to when they sworn Tinubu in, he said they've not shown him anything. Who is to come and rule us? Even some said there will be no election. Even some said Tinubu will be arrested. Some even said it will be. But they are not ashamed. And they have wives, they have children, bringing curse on their head. Then he now said in Deuteronomy 29:29, the name was 3, from verse 4 to 10. He said God will never do anything without revealing to a prophet. And you can remember in the book of 1 Samuel 10, and 11 and 13, they said he saw among the prophets. Why is he prophesying? He said, no, don't put me to trouble. I'm not a prophet. It's because when people are just talking, when the prophets are talking, this year I saw vision. Everybody should know the type of pastor. So they were allowed to pray for them. So that's it. Some of them are called automatically Nigeria. Some of them are called pastors. Some of them are called prophets. So they should stop it. It's not the church. Every day, this time around, pastors generate pastors in Nigeria. That every day, those churches. In China, and every five days, every day, they generate millionaires. But if the head is bad, millionaires in China. But in Nigeria, we generate talkative, careless people every day who wanted to abuse the government, who wanted to say what God did not ask them to do. Then to look down on the government, look down on people, then go in there to take people's wife. That was a man I think they were telling me sometimes ago. Oh, they said there's one man in Agege, they call it Lesekese. I said, if you call somebody Lesekese, that means he's using his father's account. Then automatically they must be using Olugbo or Ashe. And what's the meaning of Lesekese? Is it God that is Lesekese or what? Can you force his hand? Can you push him? Then why are you calling yourself Lesekese? Is there anything you have put in your tongue during the day or in the night? Later to know that they said he has his father's account. Then he was a useless person that messed around with women. Then that behaved like an active dodger. So all these type of people needs to be talked to. Thank God for Obasanjo. There's a thing I use, that anytime I woke up, I thank Obasanjo for something. During his regime, that was the time of fall and die. Somebody will touch your head, you fall down. Then after arranging all this one with the people that they just to make sure they change people's mind. But Obasanjo just came out on the telly that you should stop it. They should stop the rubbish thing they are doing. It was stopped. Maybe somebody has to come out again and check all these false people who are not prophets. And all are in Kerubu, all are in Celestial now. All these young boys, that when they get to the age of 10, for their parents to change their clothes to rand, they leave it. They said they like Four Corner. And their children too will be buying, their mother will be buying it for them. And then they're causing dooms on them in future. They're not prophets. You need to go and transfer 5 times, 6 times. Give messages before the pastors and prophets in the church will come together and tell, let's give him what? Four Corner. That's it. And they will be closer to the shepherd. Whenever anybody comes, they will tell him to pray for the person. They will listen. If they see talking sense and they're talking rubbish or tautology, they will push him away. So ask me, what do I wish Nigeria? What do I want to tell Nigerians?
Yes, sir.
We have to tell individual people in Nigeria. Nigeria, when you travel out of Nigeria, you are a Nigerian. But when you are inside Nigeria, you are a person like no one person. You are Marcus Tibetan. You are Olabisi Adewale. Then you are Oladapo Stephen. You are George Akinde. But when you are traveling with the green passport, they will ask you, where is your country? Where did you come from? So then you can say, I'm a Nigerian. But you cannot jump up in Britain and say, I'm a Briton. What's the meaning of that? So that is it. So don't ask any question. You ask me, what do you wish Nigerians? No. Nigerians is a name. It's just the envelope of a letter. But if you care to just drop your envelope, your letter direct, and the person is very close to you, read your letter. But if you want to mail the letter, you can put an envelope. Then when it goes to the place, that's to the addressee. Then get into the place, the person remove the envelope. Then you can read the letter. But if you ask next year, where's the envelope of the letter? No, he said, no, I trash it. So that is it.
Adi, thank you, sir, for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
As a man of God who is respected globally and always say the truth and stay by it, last year, there is this thing that you talk about, sir, that God's people murmuring like, okay, because you said the truth and you stay by it, maybe about something that happened around Oyo State, sir. So what do you see to that, the way people are?
Yeah, I never thought you were going to bring the question back.
Yes, sir.
I thank God.
Yes, sir.
For the disciplined man who left Oyo State. That's Baba Ajani Bello. He saw that thing coming. Baba Ajani Bello said, is it too right for you to go to somebody's funeral and be fighting for flask of rice and beans? That doesn't show you mourn the person. There was a man who lost the wife, the last outing of Baba Ajani Bello. That lady the woman has been so good toward the imam and her fast. But the wife of a rich man then died. Then Baba now said, as we are here today, nobody should ask this man. The wife that has been taking care of us is not here. It's gone. We are here to bury her. So this man cannot cook for us. They should not expect anything here today. Then he said, all the Afar Imam and my colleague in the Lord, don't be expecting food when you go for funeral. You know, what the name of Baba was supposed to have been Saul. That somebody who said they are going to give 5,000 takeaway. Somebody said to give 3,000 takeaway. All the takeaway they promised in the funeral of Baba is about 100,000. But they said Baba said no, nobody should cook, nobody should bring anything here. I didn't mean they brought that thing then, there will be stampage. Baba's name, it was later when I was writing the prediction that the Lord said we should give kudo for the righteous man. Baba's death is just like what happened in that first king. The death of Baba Ajani Bello's death, it was just like the death of Elisha in the Bible. They said when Elisha died, then what happened was that they saw a pit. Then there was a dead man, they just threw the man inside the pit, thinking that they found a place to bury him. But later, the man who is dead decided to stand up again. He stood up. So when he now stood up, they now said, okay, what has happened here before? They said that is where they buried Elisha. Okay, that means the bone of a righteous person can wake a dead man? They said yes. So that was what happened to Baba Ajani Bello. The insult they are giving to Naomi and his contemporary today, Oriyomi Hamzat, could have been for Baba. But Baba died as a vulnerable plain man in the book of Second King 13. 2 King 13 from verse 14 to 20. He said when
Gẹ́sì ọba Ísírẹ́lì sì sọ̀kalẹ̀ tọ̀ wá, ó sì sọkún sí ní ojú rẹ̀, ó wí pé bàbá mi, kẹ̀kẹ́ ogun Ísírẹ́lì àti àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn rẹ̀. Èlíṣà sì wí fún pé mú ọrùn rẹ pẹ̀lú ọfà, òun sì mú ọrùn àti ọfà. Ó sì fún ọba Ísírẹ́lì pé fi ọwọ́ rẹ lé ọrùn náà, òun sì fi ọwọ́ rẹ̀ lé. Èlíṣà sì fi ọwọ́ tirẹ̀ lé ọwọ́ ọba. Ó sì wí pé fi fèrèsé ìhà oòrùn, ó sì ṣí. Nígbà náà ni Èlíṣà wí pé ta, ó sì ta, ó sì wí pé ọfà ìgbàlà Olúwa, àní ọfà ìgbàlà lọ́wọ́ Síríà, nítorí ìwọ ó kọlù àwọn ará Síríà ní Afẹ́kì títí ìwọ ó fi run wọn. Ó wí pé kó àwọn ọfà náà, ó sì kó wọn. Ó sì wí fún ọba Ísírẹ́lì pé ta sí ilẹ̀, òun sì ta lẹ́ẹ̀kẹta, ó sì mú ọwọ́ rẹ̀ dúró. Ènìyàn Ọlọ́run náà sì bínú sí, ó wí pé ìwọ ìbá ta lẹ́ẹ̀márùn tàbí lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́fà, nígbà náà ni ìwọ ìbá kọlù Síríà títí ìwọ ò fi run wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n nísinsìnyí ìwọ kọlù Síríà ní ìgbà 3. Èlíṣà sì kú, wọ́n sì sin. Ẹgbẹ́ àwọn ará Móábù sì gbé ogun wá ilẹ̀ ní àmọ́jú. Ó sì ṣe bí wọ́n ti sìnkú ọkùnrin náà, sì kíyèsí wọ́n rí ẹ̀gbẹ́ kan, wọ́n sì ju ọkùnrin náà sí ní
wọ́n rí ihò kan tẹ́wọ̀n fẹ́ ṣe wàhálà, wọ́n ju òkú yẹn síbẹ̀.
Sínú ìwo ìṣàkó Èlíṣà, nígbà tí ó sì sọ sínú rẹ̀, tí ọkùnrin náà sì fi ara kan egungun Èlíṣà, ó sì sọjí, ó sì dìde dúró ní ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀.
So nǹkan tó lọ́rùn ń lo àwa Muslim àtàwa wòlíì ìkankan náà ni wá. Bàbá Muyideen ti di áńgẹ́lì kó tó lọ. Dẹ́ni ikú tó kú pàápàá kò fi yọ anybody lẹ́nu. Ó ti sick, ó ti lọ hospital, ó ti dé. Ó jí jáde náà lọ́jọ́ yẹn ló tún lọ pààrọ̀ aṣọ. Then ó ní program. Then gbàdó dẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ wá dẹ̀ rí pé everything was fine. So we should give kudo pé ọ̀gá ògo tó dá Ajani Bello wá sí Africa nǹkan rere ló ṣe fún wa. So nǹkan táwọn Oríyọmí àti ìyàwó Aláàfin Naomi tó wọ́n jẹ́ lọ forí kó yẹn ọ̀dọ̀ Ajani Bello làbá ti tẹ́, but good intention ni oníkan máa wọ́ọ̀rì lórí ọ̀rọ̀ oúnjẹ níbi tí wọ́n ti ń sìnkú. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ order. Then mo tún rántí pé our big brother too, Akéwùgbà Gold, He was so bitter about it. Tó bá wo tape yẹn lọ pé ẹ̀wọ̀n bá ti jẹ́ káwọn yẹn kan so oúnjẹ tó ń fẹ́ sè é pẹ́ no. Worldly thing yẹn, and thank God today. Then tó bá dẹ̀ rántí nínú 5 years ago wọ́n bọ́kú èèyàn nínú mọ́tò Oríyọmí Hamzat. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá mú wọn tì mọ́lé. Bàbá gọ́vùnà tó wà ń bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ó yọ kúrò ń bẹ̀ wọ́n parí ẹ̀. Ó pọ́dún karùn-ún náà mi nìyẹn ẹ jọ sà. Nǹkan tẹ́mi sọ náà ni mo ṣe ń sọ. Tí a bá níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, a dúpẹ́ pé Tinubu ti dáhùn question yìí kò ní ìdíkà tó padà síbẹ̀. Ó ní for 50 years in Bodilon lòun ti ń hàn kan fáwọn èèyàn. 50 years. Ó ní but kò tí sẹ́ni tó kú sí iwájú ilé òun rí. Then níbí yìí kẹ̀rẹ́ for the past 30 years wọ́n jọ oúnjẹ àárọ̀ ọ̀sán àtàlẹ́. Then last year nìkan màálù 8 táwọn ní November December táwọn èèyàn jẹ wọn láwọn èèyàn béèrè mọ́ wà October 7 ọjọ́ tó ń dábì ilẹ̀ a máa fún yàn lóúnjẹ October 7. Nígbà tí mo wà ní Canada mo ń bá adé ọba ṣe ìkórè ní Weston Road Liberty Parish Celestial Church. So àwọn èèyàn wọ church ń bí wá gbà bàbá ò máa fún wa lóúnjẹ on the 7 mo padà wá sí ìyẹn ló jẹ́ kí mo yẹ tí plastic jẹ́ 2,000 take away plastic was 400,000 then eléyìí tó deep tí wọ́n máa fẹ́ràn tó tọ̀ ní sọnù. So a pín then bàtà máa pín fídíò yẹn wà òní ọ̀kan gbẹ́rù kan bẹ́ẹ̀ sí Bíbélì sọ pé nǹkan tọ́wọ́ ọ̀tún bá máa ṣe ọwọ́ òsì ò gbúdọ̀ mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. So mi ò mọ bí tó ti rí oore tọ́nà ń ṣe wọ̀nyí àwọn oore wọ̀nyí ò correct. Ó dàbí kí ìyàwó èèyàn fẹ́ yàn sí ó lóun ṣe ẹ́ lóore ni o òun ṣe ẹ́ lóore ẹ̀yìn tó fẹ́ tí ò kì í ṣe fájì ló ṣe ẹ́ lóore ṣọ́kùnrin ló ṣe é lóore ṣọ́bìnrin ló ṣe é lóore àbọ̀kùnrin ló ṣe é lóore ẹni tí ìbá jẹrà sílé ẹ̀ tí ìbá dilé mọ́ṣú ó lóun ṣọkùnrin lóore oore kọ́ dọ̀dọ́mù. So when you look at it àjọ ṣera wa lóore ni but kò ní ìdíkéyàn announce yẹ kò ní ìdí announcement. So tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ó ní ohunkóhun tí ọwọ́ ọ̀tún bá ṣe kí ọwọ́ òsì kó má ṣe kíni ṣe bẹ́yàn ní Good Samaritan wọ́n ní bóun ṣe ń wo treatment yìí ó ní kò jọ kó máa yá àbí kò ṣe pé kò yọ kó máa yá dẹ̀dọ̀ ń fẹ́ kí bóun ṣe wo treatment yẹn ó máa pẹ́ then bó dẹ̀ ṣe máa pẹ́ yẹn jọ ìwọ doctor máa bọ̀ nǹkan tá a ní ìdí ni pé kó bá mi ṣe báyìí iye owó tó kù tẹ́ bá máa lò láti rí pé máa yí gbádùn then tó bá dẹ̀ gbádùn tán tó bá ń lọ ẹ lè kó change tó kù ó rẹ nìyẹn ṣé bí inú Bíbélì náà láti rí. Then when you look at the book of John 1 Samuel 30:1-10 ó sọ pé ó ní Dáfídì sunkún bí wèrè kì í ṣe ní Boko Haram ti wà kì í ṣe ní kidnapper ti wà ní Bíbélì wọ́n kidnap wọn tó wà nílé ẹ̀ so lẹ́yìn tó kidnap ẹ̀ tán ó wá di pé wàhálà dé ó wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe kidnap ṣé àmúwá Ọlọ́run ni àbí ènìyàn so gbàdọ́ dẹ̀ sọ pé kì í ṣe àmúwá Ọlọ́run Olúwa ní kó pursue and overtake them. Then when he was going he saw somebody badly beaten bruises all over the whole body. Then he went in there and pulled the man out and said, you know what happened to you? They treated him, they did everything. Then after the treatment the man recovered himself. He said, sir, thank you for helping me. Where you going? He said, I'm David. They've just come to my house to take away all what I have around me. He said, don't worry, we are the one. But me fell off the back of the house. So, but I knew where they kept your stuff. But don't tell them I'm the one. That's 1 Samuel 30. Yes. So that is it. So when you look at it, Nigeria do things in an upside down way. When you see Nigerians that has 2 or 3 cobbles and the foundation of their source is not, they are wet, it's not clean. Then you will see the way they will be operating in the street, operating in the school, operating in your area. They can just put on a car in the front of their house and then be playing music. When they're supposed to go and look for more job. Why? They stole the money from Alausa. Why? They stole the money from, it's Yahoo money. Why? A shepherd has been praying, and that's what he said this year. That he's going to destroy all the shepherds. both Pentecostals and Celestial, who work for the Yahoo people, because it's aiding and abetting. That this year he will discipline them with their children and he will make them to face wrath of life, like a stroke, high blood pressure, or cancer this year. That's what he told them. So automatically, all what you are asking me and what you say you saw on the telly, good news and bad news is 30 days. I don't want to know whatever anybody say. They have sent me to them. Moti sọ̀rọ̀. Then nígbà tó bá sòótọ́ máa ta gbogbo àwọn èèyàn lára, kò sẹ́ni tó fòótọ́. Kò sẹ́ni tó fòótọ́. Nígbà tó rọ̀ lẹ̀ wáyé, èmi kọ́ náà talẹ̀ fún. Èmi kọ́ ni mo ra lẹ̀, mi ò rí lẹ̀ sójú. Èmi náà ní tèmi síbẹ̀. Bọ́n gbàdá máa pa lọ pa bọ̀, ẹ má kọ̀ sí ní o, tíbi tọ̀hún o, ṣèbí ẹni tó lórúkọ náà borúkọ ẹ̀ jẹ́. Bó ṣe wọlé borúkọ èèyàn kan jẹ́ ṣá, kò possible now, ó máa sú ẹ̀. And when you look at the book of John 15, from verse 16 down, ó ní tí wọn bá bà yín lórúkọ jẹ́ nínú iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí, ó lẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ mi, èmi Jésù fún ara ẹ̀ wọ́n bà mí lórúkọ jẹ́. Lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n bà lórúkọ jẹ́, wọ́n tún lu Jésù. And when you look at the book of Luke 25, Luke 22, 45 to the end, then Luke 23, from verse 16 to 24, then Luke 24, verse 1 to 8, he said, what he said, what has, you brought this man Jesus here. You say he claimed to be king of Jews. Only but they said it. I'm not the one. And we, oh no, okay, but we have the right to set one person free. But he now said, okay, whatever you people want to do, write on. And he write on. Then they said, set Barabbas aside. Then they crucified Jesus Christ. Then yellow man dojú tì mí táwọn èèyàn máa ń wà lórí awọ for 30 days, 40 days. Àdúrà Jésù ò gbà. Àdúrà Paul ò gbà. Àdúrà James ò gbà. Gbogbo àwọn pípọ̀ wọ̀nyí gbàdúrà kò yẹ, ìkan tó ń dá wọn fún ló ṣẹlẹ̀. Àkọsílẹ̀ ti wà. Kì í ṣe gbogbo wọn làdúrà lè ṣe. Àdúrà lè ṣiṣẹ́ fágbẹ̀. Àdúrà lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún àgbẹ̀. Àgbẹ̀ nìkan ló lè gbàdúrà kó gbà. Wọ́n ní bá àgbàdo ìṣe kún lọ yọ náà Olólùwà jọ̀ọ́ ó yẹ kó jọ lè rọ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ yìí. Káwọn èèyàn tẹ̀lé rí àgbàdo gidi jẹ kó gbàdúrà tara ẹ̀ nìkan àgbàdo yẹn 3 acres. Dé lẹ́yìn tó dẹ̀ ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pàtó máa fi délé àfi gòrò òjò ṣú òjò rọ̀ àdúrà ẹ̀ ti gbà. Then gbogbo àwọn tó lóko ń bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ lájọ gbàdúrà. And that's what he said in the book of 1 King 18 from verse 39 to 42. Then láti verse 26 ó ní èmi
ti. Wọ́n sì mú ẹgbẹ̀rún akọ màálù náà tí a fi fún wọn. Wọ́n sì ké pe orúkọ Báálì láti òwúrọ̀ títí di ọ̀sán gangan wípé Báálì dá wa lóhùn ṣùgbọ́n kò sí ohùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sí ìdáhùn. Wọ́n sì yí pẹpẹ náà lẹ́yìn. Ó sì ṣe ní ọ̀sán gangan ni Elijah fi wọ́n ṣe ẹlẹ́yà. Ó wí pé ẹ kígbe lóhùn rárá Ọlọ́run sáà ni òun, bóyá ó sọ̀rọ̀ tàbí òun lépa tàbí ó rẹ àjò, bóyá ó sùn ó yẹ kí a jí. Wọ́n sì kígbe lóhùn rárá, wọ́n sì fi ẹbọ àti ọkùnrin yára wọn ọkọ̀ yára wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ wọn.
Wọ́n fi ọkọ̀ àtọ̀bẹ
wọ́n fi yára wọn.
Wọ́n bínú wọ́n fi yára wọn.
Títí ẹ̀jẹ̀ fi tú jáde ní ara wọn. Ó sì ṣe nígbà tí ọjọ́ yẹ àtàrí, wọ́n sì sọtẹ́lẹ̀ títí di àkókò ìrúbọ àṣálẹ́. Kò sí ohùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sí ìdáhùn tàbí ẹni tí ó kà á sí. Ǹjẹ́ Elijah wí fún gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn náà pé ẹ súnmọ́ mi, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ènìyàn náà sì súnmọ́. Ó sì tú pẹpẹ Olúwa tí ó ti wó lulẹ̀ ṣe. Elijah sì mú òkúta 12 gẹ́gẹ́ bí iye ẹ̀yà ọmọ Jákọ́bù, ẹni tí ọ̀rọ̀ Olúwa sọ wá wípé Ísírẹ́lì ni orúkọ rẹ̀ yóò máa jẹ́. Òkúta wọ̀nyí àìlẹ́
iná ọmọ Ọlọ́run tó ń sìn. Then ó ní káwọn yẹn gbàdúrà kó tún domi sórí ẹbọ yẹn nígbà tó máa dá sí. Ó ní ẹ̀rí kìíní ìṣe olókè ẹ jẹ́ kó ń ṣó tòun. Ó ní I know my God answered by fire. Then at the end of the day he answered by fire. Then later he now said that there will neither the rain nor dew for 3.5 years. In verse 41, 42, 43, when it was exactly 3.5 years, Then now he was telling the king, I am going home. The rain is coming today. So that when the rain now came, they said, Ojo maro, le no lojo maro.
Lẹ́yìn àwí fún Ábù pé
gòkè lọ.
Kí ìwọ kí ó sì mú nítorí ìró ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò ń bọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ábù gòkè lọ láti jẹ àti láti mu. Èlíjà sì gun orí òkè Kámẹ́lì lọ, ó sì tẹríba, ó sì fi ojú rẹ̀ sí agbede méjì àti ẹkún rẹ̀. Ó sì wí fún ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ rẹ̀ pé gòkè lọ nísinsìnyí kí o sì wo ìhà òkun. Òun sì gòkè lọ, ó sì wò ó sí. Ó wí pé kò sí nǹkan, ó wí pé tún lọ lẹ́ẹ̀keje, ó sì ṣe ní ìgbà méje, wípé kíyèsí àwọn sọ́mọ̀ kékeré kan dìde láti inú òkun gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọwọ́ ènìyàn. Òun wí pé gòkè lọ, wí fún Ábù pé di kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ kí o sì sọ̀kalẹ̀ kí òjò kí ó má bá ọ dá ọ dúró. Ó sì ṣe nígbà díẹ̀ sí ọ̀run sì ṣú fún àwọn sọ́mọ̀ àti ìjì, òjò púpọ̀ sì rọ̀. Ábù sì gun kẹ̀kẹ́ rẹ̀, ó sì lọ sí Jésírẹ́lì.
So, sir, Daddy, thank you, sir. So, following the antecedents, what has been happening for the past years in Nigeria? So now we are in 2025. Do you think we are expecting anything from the government, sir?
What do you mean by this question? Question to be question burúkú ni. Torí bàbá ẹ ò béèrè lọ́wọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kó tó dóyà ẹ lóyún. Ó kàn dá wàhálà sọ́rùn ìjọba. Ó dẹ̀ máa tún ṣe é sìn, ó tún lọ níyàwó mẹ́rin. Ó yẹ kó gbàṣọ mọ́ bàbá yẹn lórí. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. Then kí ló ṣe wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìjọba? Ṣé ìjọba ló ní kó wáyé ni? Ṣọ́mọ Nàìjíríà wà, kọ́kọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà, àdàbàdà Amẹ́ríkà lọ́mọ Nàìjíríà wà. Bọ́dọ̀ bá wà nú bí ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́, ọmọ Òṣogbo, ọmọ Ìkírun, ọmọ Ìkirè, ọmọ ìlú Ọbásanjọ́, ọmọ ìlú Anambra, ó tán. Bọ̀kọ́ wa máa halẹ̀ mú mi wájú bá I'm a free born of Nigeria, abẹ́lẹ̀ mutí yóò ní. So that is the problem. So nǹkan tó béèrè yìí, ó sọ fún wa, àwọn náà ti ń regret lọ́wọ́ ń sìn, pé wọ́n ti lo 40 years. Poverty area ọ̀dọ̀ wọn, àwọn ló ń kó màálù wá, àwọn ló ń kó ṣu wá, àwọn ló ń kó watermelon wá, but the poverty there is 99.9. Torí wọn ò ṣe pẹ̀lú núure. Wọ́n ti rule for 40 years nínú iye ọjọ́ ta lórí 100 yìí. Eléyìí tó kù àwọn Ìgbò. Yorùbá àṣẹ̀dé ni o. Yorùbá ń ṣe 1.5 years lọ́wọ́ bí 18 months lọ́wọ́. Nínú gbogbo látọjọ́ tá ti dá Nàìjíríà lẹ̀.
Ọbásanjọ́ náà ọmọ Yorùbá ni sọ.
Ọbásanjọ́ is from Anambra State. Ìyá ẹ̀ ni ọmọ Abẹ́òkúta. You like creating trouble for yourself. I won't change my stand. It's what I saw. Oh, lè bá wòlíì agi wà tẹ́ni. Ọbásanjọ́ is from Anambra State. Ọmọ Ìgbò ni títí dọ̀la. Bó ní kó sì ń sábẹ́òkúta, ó kàn fi òkú ara ẹ̀tọ́ ha ṣe mànúọ̀ sí Abẹ́òkúta ni o. Ọ̀dọ̀ ibẹ̀ náà gé kọ́ọ̀dù ẹ̀. Ibẹ̀ náà fi ibi ẹ̀ wúlẹ̀ sí o. Ẹ̀ tó bá lóun fẹ́ sùn bẹ̀ kò sí wàhálà. Tó bá dẹ̀ lóun lọ sí Anambra kó máa rú lọ. Ó dàbọ̀ dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ mìíràn o. So when you look at all this question tó bèrè yẹn, kò sí nǹkan tí ìjọba fẹ́ ṣe fún yín. Tó bá má ṣọ lọ dọ́dọ̀ télọ̀, ìjọba kọ́ ló ràn ẹ́. Tó bá dọ́dọ̀ télọ̀ á ní bó ṣe sanra tó yẹ ọ̀pá aṣọ mélòó ló wà níbí ọlọ́pàá 3. Kéèsì aṣọ ọ̀pá 3 kìlódé tó fẹ́ fi rán dà sí kí. Ṣé bòdè ló lọ Mẹ́kà ọlọ́múra ọdẹ tó kàwé á tún wọ́n á fi téèpù sí. Mi ò ní lè ráyè rán torí kò tó lè torí gbà tó ti sọ̀tọ̀ fara ẹ̀ òun kàn máa sọ pé òun lè ráyè rán. Ó dàbọ̀ obìnrin tó bá pàdé ní Ṣẹ́rátì tó múra tó ti ṣe mékọ̀ tó ti pàdé ara ẹ̀bí táyà tí tubeless tẹ́lẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó wá tó ní tube. So tó ṣe wá débẹ̀ gbogbo tó wà ń gbá àyà bí òrombó gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti fi tẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ nǹkan tó ti pẹ́lẹ́bẹ́ ó lóun fẹ́ dàbí Sisi. Nígbà tẹ́ni yẹn dẹ̀wọ̀n náà kò bọ́ra álẹ̀ ní bọ́ọ̀lù kan kọ́ sáwà bẹ́ẹ̀ dì lọ́bẹ̀ pé ikú sáà pé kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ ó yẹn náà pé nígbà tó tún máa bọ́ gádùn fọ́ọ̀mù tó lẹ̀ mọ́dínà yẹn náà tún ṣí bọ́ọ̀lù pàtí ìmọ̀ràn yẹn wá ní òkè pé a máa fi sọ́jọ́ mi So ìyàwó don't indulge. She was goodly used than this badly used. So Nigeria ọdún tá a wà yìí, maybe tó pa yín last year. So ẹni tẹ́ bí pa lọ sùn, tó bá máa dàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì, kitchen la máa ti bá. Bóyá orí iṣu o, bóyá ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ tó ń ṣe kú o, bóyá èlùbọ́ o, bóyá anything o máa bá ń bẹ̀. So lẹ́yìn tó bá ń bẹ̀, a ti máa gbé nǹkan kaná, àbí kó máa mú gàrí àti sugar àti iyọ̀. So ọdún yìí sọ pé we should go back to farm. We should go back to farm. Torí teacher máa jẹun lálẹ́, lecturer máa jẹun lálẹ́, driver máa jẹun lálẹ́, then president náà máa jẹun lálẹ́. Kò sí gbogbo wa pátápátá nǹkan kan wà tá a lè settle nǹkan mẹ́ta ni. Sàárè ibi tó ń sìnkú sí, wọ́n gbẹ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé ni. Wọ́n ṣe ń gbẹ ní Ọ̀dẹ́dà, wọ́n ń gbẹ lókìtì, wọ́n ń dalẹ̀ yẹn látọ̀rí, wọ́n láti dá padà agreement ni. Then ebi, kò sí àdúrà, kò sí nǹkan tá láàfáà lè ṣe lórí ebi. Kò sí nǹkan tí Adébóyè Oyèdèpọ̀ Marcus àti Abíára àti Látàrin kò sí nǹkan lè ṣe lórí ebi. Tẹ́bi bá dé, ò ní hallelujah méje pé o. Ò ní pé ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀lé close, ẹ jẹ́ ká close. Ìwòye àná àti close kọjá, ibi ti pa pastor tí ó ti bọ́. So that is the reason. This year, ẹmọye tó ń ta adìyẹ, ẹmọye tó ń ta ewúrẹ́, ẹmọye tó ń ta turkey, ẹmọye tó ń ta okay. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti January, lọ ra turkey 10. Then gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ ní turkey jẹ, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ ní adìyẹ oko ń jẹ, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ nílé ní pẹ́pẹ́yẹ ń jẹ, kó gbogbo ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn kò lè ṣe kéèjì ẹ̀, máa fún wọn lóúnjẹ kó tó lọ bí iṣẹ́ láàárọ̀. Then tó bá dẹ̀ ti tó dé kó tó fún wọn lóúnjẹ. Then kò show me, kò show everything. Nígbà tó máa di 2025 December, wàá pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa ta turkey, wàá pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa ta adìyẹ, wàá pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa ta pẹ́pẹ́yẹ. Ìgbà tí mo wà ń kékeré, ìgbà mo tó mọ̀ ní 81, 82, 83, 75, 76, 77, mo ní pẹ́pẹ́yẹ 500. Wọ́n sí lọ́jú kan, àwọn tó rí lọ́wọ́ mi, mo gbé akọ fún wọn àtàbò. Bí àwọn máàdógún ló ń bá mi sin pẹ́pẹ́yẹ. Tó bá bá fẹ́ gbé wá níparí ọdún, wọn ló yẹ ẹyin 10, ó yẹ ẹyin 9, owó gbogbo ọmọ yẹn san. So máa kó 3 fáwọn tó gbé akọ àtàbò. Ṣé ẹ máa wá gbé pẹ́pẹ́yẹ mi padà ẹ̀ sọ ma ní òtì kó yìí tó wà lọ́dọ̀ wọn, mo ti kò mú tèmi. Dẹ́ni sìn tó bá fi pẹ́pẹ́yẹ tọ́ ọmọdé kékeré láti yíyà yìí lọ, kò sí nǹkan tí ò ní mọ̀ níwèé. Ṣọ́ra adìyẹ tó ń fún wọn yẹn, kò ń pè ó máa ń yí wọn lójú ara tó ń bá ti dàgbà. Tó bá rí bá tí adìyẹ bá fẹ́ gunra wọn, wọ́n ṣe ń sá káàkiri pẹ̀lú àwọn young boys ní yunifásitì tó ń ṣòfòrò obìnrin káàkiri bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n fi bra obìnrin kọ́ wọn lọ́rùn láti inú ìyá wọn. Torí adìyẹ ta fi ń bọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn ni. Even America fẹ́ ṣe é sì pé káwọn èèyàn máa export duck ló bá wọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ duck ẹ̀jẹ̀ èèyàn the same thing náà. So if you want to raise your children, yes, you use the duck. Then this year we should go to farm. We can do petty farming, livestock, everything around our home. You are living on one plot of land. Oh, the couples got a kékeré síbẹ̀ ló ilé tó kù. Then ilẹ̀ tó tún wà ládùúgbò yìí tún wọ́n lò yá. Ẹjọ́ kóró ẹjọ́ kẹgbẹ́ gèètì sí. Then you live well. Then nígbà tí onítọ̀ oúnjẹ bá ti kúrò nínú ìṣẹ́ eléyìí tó kù fúyẹ́ bí kan tó sọ nìyẹn. O ní ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀, o ní iṣu, o ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀yẹ tẹ́yìn kùlé. So lè ṣe weekend at anyhow. Nígbà tí pẹ́pẹ́yẹ kan yẹ́yìn 11 tó dẹ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀ tó tágbàrá ò gbé lọ. O tún wá gé táyà. O gbẹ́lẹ̀, o gé táyà, o cement ilẹ̀ bẹ̀. O dẹ̀ ń change omi every weekend. A máa wẹ̀ nínú bẹ́ẹ̀ kò ní kúrò. Then the only day every 3 weeks, wàá máa give visitors, wàá máa fi trim yẹ kó má bàa fò. O ti raise ẹ̀ díẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́yẹ nìyẹn. Pẹ́pẹ́yẹ yọ kan sí is 25,000, is 19,000, is 20,000. So you make the money. Then little drop of water make a mighty oceans. So this is what I wish anybody living in Oyo, living in Akure, living in Okutubuwa, even living in Agege, go and farm. for yourself first, but later you'll be thrilled to do it for the masses. That's the problem. So you continue.
Genesis 1:29-30.
Yes.
Ọlọ́run sì wí pé kíyèsí mo fi ewéko gbogbo tí ó wà lórí ilẹ̀ gbogbo tí ń so èso fún yín àti igi gbogbo nínú èyí tí ṣe igi eléso tí ń so ẹ̀yin ni yóò sì máa ṣe oúnjẹ fún yín àti fún gbogbo ẹranko ilẹ̀ àti fún gbogbo ẹyẹ ojú ọ̀run àti fún gbogbo tí ó ń rákòrò lórí ilẹ̀ tí í ṣe alààyè ni mo fi ewéko tútù gbogbo fún ní oúnjẹ ó sì rí bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run sì rí ohun gbogbo tí ó dá sì kíyèsí dáadáa ni.
That's all, sir. Another question?
Thank you, sir.
No, sir.
Sir, kindly help the Mr. President with prayer so that he can succeed.
Tí mi ò bá ní léyìn lọ lẹ́ni díẹ̀ ló máa kú. Kí n help Mr. President pẹ̀lú àdúrà bí?
Then, sir, call it succeed.
Èmi àti ẹ̀ta ló jura wọn.
Ẹ̀yin ni, sir.
Òun ló yẹ kó fàdúrà ran èmi àbúrò ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ jù mí. Bàbá mi ló wà lókè mẹ́ is going to 104 years. Mo ti lọ́bẹ̀ láàárọ̀ ó ti gbàdúrà fún mi, máa tún gbàdúrà fún mi lálẹ́. Irú ànágbà tí mo débẹ̀ mo gbé bẹ́líìsì dání tó tutù gan bù sí kọ̀ọ̀pù fún. Ó dẹ̀ mú nǹkan ẹ̀ lọ. Tó bá tún kúrò ń bí yìí sì máa tún lọ gbé ice tea tó ti tútù. Wọ́n tún gbé lọ́ba òrìṣà mi tí mo ń bọ̀ nìyẹn. Mi ò mọ Jésù rí mi Jésù mi nìyẹn. Ìgbọ́n tó bá ti sọ fún mi láàárọ̀ ló máa rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Nítorí mo sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ìyá ló máa ń gbàdúrà bàbá ló máa ń súre. Èpè tó jẹ àwọn obìnrin yìí ìyá wọn ló ṣe fún wọn. Ó ní òun rédí káàkiri mo ní kó wá lọ láta wá ń sìn òun kọ́ mú kiri torí pé ó ti lọ fi bra ìyá ẹ̀ wọ́n mú ẹ̀ ó ti fẹ́ meet up pẹ̀lú mọ́mì wọ́n wà lórí race so ìgbà ní òkè wàá kó tiẹ̀ níwájú láìpẹ́ wàá kó tiẹ̀ níwájú gbàdúrà after 3 years ní class 3 wọ́n fún lóyún àwọn gídàdò mẹ́ta wá tẹ̀lé wálé àwọn rádaràdà tó ń rí dòrò bíi kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń fi fa táyà tó máa fi fa omi ní Ọ̀yọ́ yẹn wọ́n láwọn ní ọmọ wa rí ọmọ yín ó fún lóyún ṣe bọ́n ṣe wẹ́dì mi ó ti ṣí èpè yá ẹ̀ ti mú ẹ̀ so bàbá ló máa ń súre ìyá ló máa ń gbàdúrà ìyẹn ló bí Jacob ló bí Ísọ̀ nínú nígbà tí Jacob ló débẹ̀ ṣáájú ẹ̀ then bàbá wa sọ fún ní Genesis 26, 27, 28 pé ní 27 verse 21 only have prayed for somebody and I was telling myself that the hand of Esau the voice of Jacob but there's something I can do. He said, Daddy, pray for me, I'm here now. He said, prayer is finished. Ọkùnrin ò ń gbàdúrà ọkùnrin máa ń súre ni tó bá ti rẹ́ni tó ọkùnrin tẹ́nu ẹ̀ tó pọ̀pọ̀pọ̀ olúwa jẹ́ kí n àmọ́tò jẹ́ kí n àmọ́tò bóyá ọjẹ́ fúrẹ́ díẹ̀ torí ó lè control Ọlọ́run ó lè control áńgẹ́lì because he said in Exodus 23 verse 10 ó sọ pé ó ní kó try áńgẹ́lì tó ń lọ wájú ẹ̀ yìí má mú bínú o tó bá ti mú bínú kò sẹ́ni tó lè jẹ́ intermediary láàrin ìwọ ẹ̀ o ó tán nìyẹn o because when you are in Christ when you are not in Christ you be in crisis that's all.
kíyèsí èmi áńgẹ́lì kan síwájú rẹ láti pa ọmọ ní ọ̀nà láti mú ọ dé ibi tí mo pèsè sílẹ̀ kíyèsí ara lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ má ṣe bí i nínú nítorí kì yóò darí.
hallelujah ó ti tán náà ó ti tán so question tí wọ́n ń béèrè yìí sìn bíbélì sọ fún wa pé ká máa gbàdúrà fún àwọn aláṣẹ ó kàn mọ bó ṣe fẹ́ gbé question yẹn ni ká máa gbàdúrà fún aláṣẹ ló pé then àwọn aláṣẹ tó ní ká máa gbà torí pé irú wàhálà tí wọ́n ṣe lè wà lórí sleepless night this and that mo ti gbàdúrà fún Tinubu every morning tó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ká mi lára ni pé nǹkan táwọn lọ́wọ́ ṣe tí Ládòkè Akíndọ́lá tó ṣe tì àwọn tó ti ṣe pọ̀ ẹ̀ná òrò ti ṣe báyìí mọ́tò ti ṣe ní Hebrew family wọ́n ti lé then ní Bayelsa ní gbogbo àwọn wọ́n ti lé wọ́n ti rí wọn bọ́tà wà láàrin gbà ó dàbí àwọn Nàìjíríà wọ́n wọ mọ́tò ní 1947 wọ́n wọ ọkọ̀ ojú omi mọ́tò tó kó mọ́tò ṣíìpù tó kó mọ́tò wá Ìjẹ̀bú 3 Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ 2 Ọ̀yọ́ 2 Oǹdó 8 ó di New York wọ́n dọ̀hún lẹ́yìn oṣù 3 nígbà tó wọ́n á bọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ gbogbo wọn ló mọ iyì ara wọn o bọ́tò Oǹdó ni ò mọ iyì ara ẹ̀ Oǹdó kẹrẹ oúnjẹ lè bà tí wọ́n jẹ́ má bínú o wọ́n lè jẹun kú Ọlọ́run ni ò jẹ́ kí wọ́n lọ sí Ìbàdàn ti rí yọmí wọn ò bá má padà ṣe rí nǹkan tẹ́mi sọ ni pé nígbà tí wọ́n wá dé ibẹ̀ nígbà táwọn Ọ̀yọ́ kọjá lọ Ọ̀yọ́ nígbà tí ò ti sí àmàlà àtàbùlà àti gbẹ̀gìrì ó ló máa pẹ́ káwọn tó lè gbádùn bíi nígbà tí Ìjẹ̀bú dẹ̀ tún kọjá lọ náà òun gbọ́n tóun ti rí gàrí wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹ̀ parí nígbà tó Oǹdó máa kọjá lọ Oǹdó lòun tó kàn wo signboard wọ́n ní hot dog wọ́n tajà l'Amẹ́ríkà yéè ibi ìlànà wọn gbé wọ́n ṣe lọ gba gàrí tó ń lọ síbi tó ń ti ta hot dog ibẹ̀ lọ́lọ́pàá ti kó wọn o wọ́n dèrò àtìmọ́lé o nígbà tó máa fi bèrè hot dog wọ́n náà bèrè wọ́n ní ìyẹn ní kó fún un lápá ìyẹn ní I need the leg pẹ̀lú òyìnbó dáadáa tó kọ́ lọ láti ibi wọ́n palẹ̀ wọn mọ́ ìyẹn ní I need the head mo ṣe pọ̀lọ́pàá nígbà kí làwọn people yìí sọ yìí so do you normally eat dog? Only yes. Which dog? This is the hot dog we have. Because that role in the hot dog, only where we come from. We kill dog, we eat dog at any time. Cruelty to animal. No. Ẹ̀yin fúnra yín kóra yín jáde. Wọ́n palẹ̀ àwọn Oǹdó yẹn mọ́. Ó dà tí mọ́lé bí àwọn tó kù wọn forí lé Maryland. Àwọn Oǹdó tó wà létí wọn rí mú. Àwọn Ìbàdàn wọ́n forí lé Georgia. Then àwọn Ọ̀yọ́ wọ́n forí lé Boston. Wọ́n fún dàgbé wọ́n ṣe fún káàdì yẹn. Káwọn Yorùbá tó jáde kí Oǹdó tó jáde kò tí ì sórí kọ fún Amẹ́ríkà tẹ́lẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọ́n bẹ̀ sí kanra lẹ́yìn ọ̀sẹ̀ 3 tó wà láti mọ́lé. So wọ́n ní ẹ̀gí kí ẹ̀ kọ sí notice board ẹ̀ ti ṣe kéèsì wa kí wọ́n notice board. Lágòhùn ó bẹ̀dà tẹ̀ mà bóyá free wa Amẹ́ríkà ìyàn àkọsílẹ̀ èyí mi Amẹ́ríkà okay àwọn òyìnbó yẹn wá lọ sọ fún pé they are talking about America so wọ́n ti sọ Amẹ́ríkà ní Oǹdó ló sọ Amẹ́ríkà lórúkọ tó ń jẹ́ lé ní Amẹ́ríkà so pé òun ò rí nǹkan yẹn ojú òun ò tó Amẹ́ríkà so that is the reason why you need to be cautious of anything you want to do. So I pray for the president every day. Nǹkan tí wọ́n torí ẹ̀ pa ẹ̀tọ́ torí ẹ̀ pa Abiola. Tẹ́nì kan tó wá láti ilẹ̀ Ìgbò sọ pé Abiola is not the Messiah. Káṣẹ̀ tó wá rí Messiah ń sìn. A máa kú pẹ̀lú Tinubu ni o láti rí ṣe, ó dẹ̀ ti rí ṣe. By July this year, oúnjẹ máa kún àkùnwọ́ sílẹ̀. Bóúnjẹ ṣe wọ Nàìjíríà ẹ̀ ní mọ́. Because he has done everything. NDA, gbogbo police academy, everything, wọ́n máa fún ká. Aláàtí wọn tó wà ní ìwé prediction yìí sìn, káwọn tó wà ní Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ kan máa pàtẹ́wọ́ lẹ̀. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ will be center of creation. In the whole good thing in America, Nigeria, Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ ló ń lọ. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́ máa gba state. They are going to divide the place state. Ibadan is going to have his own state. Wọ́n máa create 8 states this year.
Lọ́dún yìí.
Yes, sir. No, my first, my wife and my first women for when you call 400 pages. Oh my yes, so vision Oyedepo Adebiara àti igi ńlá àtàwọn igi kékeré. So I'm a prophet because it said in Jeremiah 1:1-5. Only láti inú oyún ló ti dá as wòlíì. Ó lè máa wàásù lọ́pọ̀ lórí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo àgbáyé náà. Ó máa mo ti wà lórí ìjókòó ńsìn one place. This is making 21 days. Lọ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ìyàwó mi ó tẹ̀ bèrè wá ó lóun mọ̀ pàtó máa ń dọ́ọ̀jì kúrò lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi lóru ó lè mọ̀ òun ṣe wòlíì dùgbẹ̀ ní ìwọ ọdún pé Kétu àti Bẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ àti ìyá Gànkú bọ́kàn ṣe Gànkú náà kò gbúdọ̀ lùyàn pàdé wọn á wá sẹ́ẹ̀lì fún ìyá Gànkú so bí ó ti ṣe rí ni the Lord has revealed a lot all the 36 states. And then when he was telling me that, tell the Northerners to give Tinubu support if they don't want to be burying their youth and their fathers every weekend. And they should talk to El-Rufai and his people and Gumi. They should go and give the money they have embezzled to all the Fulani to go back. Nigeria is 3 nations. Full is Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo. So they should go and create another place for the Fulanis. And they've been on them since the time of Madam Folio. But this year, because it said, when you look at Jeremiah 1, from verse 11 to 17, when the trouble and the correction, when the correction is going to come, it will start from the north.
Yes.
Even what Zamfara is doing to ship Nigeria, and they are taking crude oil from Niger Delta. Then the gold in Zamfara, you said it's for Zamfara people. Is it normal? It's not normal. Are these people normal? Then you say you are not drinking alcohol. And all the money they made where they are selling alcohol, you are sharing it at the center. So, automatically, this is the year of reckoning. This is a good year for good people. A bad year for bad people. Who embezzle our money? Who embezzle our money? Who made people to die in the hospital? Who embezzle our money to go and keep it at America? This year they are going to know with fire, if I know in their house. Then with cancer, with prostate, then sleeping don't wake up. From the 4 angles of Nigeria, they are going to bury their loved ones because we have cried enough. And the man has answered our prayer. This year is for people who can use their brain to put things into their pocket and their hand and say kudo to government. Because government is not the one that impregnates your mother. So, and then they said democracy, government of the people, by the people, for the people. But this man is a listening father. The president is a listening one. Said, anything you tell him, what is paining them is that this year the Lord said, Tinubu should rule Nigeria from anywhere. He should spend more of his time in Lagos, in Doda Barak. That's where they say he should stay. That's where they say he should stay, to have a free air. Because going to the north, you can feel sick. Because he has not lived in the north before. He lives down here where there's water and fresh air, where they eat fresh fish and everything, not where they eat goats. He should not please. He should know what he's doing. I'm going to send 12 out of the book. They will take it to him in Abuja. 12. I don't need the money. Not him, you Jolly, 65. Kilo je fẹ́ fi ránṣẹ́ tí mi ò ní. Ṣé check ló ń kọ́ mo ní check sílé mi náà. Ṣé bí iye tí mo ní account ni màá kọ síbẹ̀. Mi ò ní kọ́kọ́ tiẹ̀. Mi ò dẹ̀ ní kí n gbé bullock van. Mi ò fi gbówó rí òun ló ní bullock van. Bóògùn kó gbé catechism van. Bóògùn kó gbé trailer. Kò kàn mí. Ìkan tó bá ní ni kó ṣe. But kò rán mo rántí pé kò sẹ́ni tó jábọ́ látọ̀run rí. Mo ti ń retí bí Buhari bí Babangida máa bí Abiola máa padà wá láti wá mọ́wó kò wá látọjọ́ yìí. Abacha bí a máa padà wá gbé ìbọn àti glasses ẹ̀ dúdú yẹn kò padà wá mú. Then Awólọ́wọ̀ náà kò padà wá mú fìlà yẹn àwọn èèyàn mi ló ń bá dé. So automatically time kan yìí náà ni. And then ticket ẹyọ kan tó kù sọ́wọ́ wa yìí àti lo the first ticket tàfi gba abẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ ìyá wa wá àbí tí doctor fi gbé wa jáde láti inú ìyá wa. Then the last one wà lọ́wọ́ wa. Ìyẹn ló sọ nínú Genesis 22 yẹn ó nítorí eléyìí a ó fi eruku fún eruku a ó fi iyẹ̀pẹ̀ ilé ta kọ́ iyẹ̀pẹ̀ àwa ta dúró iyẹ̀pẹ̀ oúnjẹ tá jẹ inú iyẹ̀pẹ̀ lókun tá jẹ inú iyẹ̀pẹ̀. So this year everybody be careful. Everybody what? Be careful. Kó support the government. Kólúkúlùkù lọ ṣiṣẹ́. Then aṣẹ́wó náà wá bí kan ṣe kó wá nǹkan fún iṣẹ́. Aṣẹ́wó náà be work management ni.